So a couple days ago, I posted on the community tab that I was looking for a data recovery solution. A lot of you responded with different options, but some of them involve me sending out the SD card or the hard drives over to a third party for them to recover the files. I lost files that I shot for an agent. I mistakenly formatted the wrong SD card in between shoots. And because of that, I lost probably about 2.5 hours worth of work. And this agent needed their files the next day. So I couldn't send it out to a recovery solution. So after posting that, I had a company called Recoverit reach out to me and they offered me a trial of their software. I was a little skeptical at first, but after using it, I think I'm going to continue using it for not only for my business, but even for YouTube. Stick around. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. My name's Original Dobo. On this channel, it's all about drone and tech related content. So if you find that type of stuff useful or interesting, hit that subscribe button before you leave this video. So I'm going to show you how to use Recoverit. It's a really super simple solution, and primary reason why I would use it if I'm not using it professionally is if I lose data from, let's say, a family vacation, or I was out shooting the video for YouTube and I accidentally wiped the SD card or lost or had corrupted data. This would be a great way to get that back. Now, it works on Mac or PC, so you have your different choices available. You just simply open up the application. It's going to ask for a password in which we will have to go ahead and enter. That's sort of a Mac thing with that password. Once Recoverit opens up, it should detect any available sources of data that are available. So it has my SSD on my Mac, also has my trash location, desktop, and then also folders. You also have ability to recover a PC from a crash. I'm not attempting that though, but today I do want to recover the data from my SD card. I basically did a shoot. Now I already recovered the data from the one that I deleted, luckily, and I was able to fix that. That's why I'm making this video, because it worked so well and it honestly saved my ass that I wanted to share with you all. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose this one here. Click start. Now this process can take a little bit. It's not abnormal for it to take 20-30 minutes. Remember, it's scanning through all these different sectors, and the way it works is with every cycle or format, you're reducing the amount of block storage that's available. So basically there is loose blocks, remnants of data, and that's what Recoverit uses to restore that actual data. So just because you deleted it doesn't mean it's necessarily gone. It's just not available to be seen by a computer, but these recovery solutions scan the individual sectors and find those data remnants. So we'll let this do its thing. When I shoot a house, it's typically between anywhere from 3 gigs to 7 gigs of data, and it can be 900 files or so because I'm shooting in multi-bracketed exposures. So it's already found 852 files and it's only 52% through. So we'll let it do its thing, and as soon as it's complete, we'll come back and I'll show you how that files restore and what it looks like when it's all done. Alrighty, and looks like it's done. So that took about 10 minutes or so. Right now what it's going to do is process and rebuild the file paths. And then what it should allow me to do is copy this data to whatever location. So if I want to copy it back to the SD card, I can do that. But the past couple of times I've just found it faster to copy it over to my desktop, especially if I'm just going to import it back into Lightroom. It just makes no sense to do that. So it found 5,996 items. Now again, there could be movies that I've recorded to this SD card. There's all sorts of information that it's likely found. I'm only interested in the files, the ARW files that Sony has on here. So everything else is not really important, but it's almost done building the file path. And again, depending on how much data you're missing, will depend on how long it's going to take. So right here, I'm gonna go to the DCIM, and these are all the files that I was missing. So these are all the files. Now I could restore these individually. Like if I knew what these files were, I can say, well, I just wanna recover 1 or 2 files. But in this instance, no, I don't want to do that. But in this instance, I want to recover everything. So I can just go ahead and just say all and make a selection. And now it's going to recover all these files for me. Or I could just recover the folder. And the next thing it'll ask me is, well, where do you want to recover these files to? So I'm going to recover these to my desktop so I can show you. And then I just hit save. And then it'll go ahead and copy all these files over. It shows you how long it's going to take. Now it's saying a minute, but given the fact that I'm using my MacBook, this usually happens rather quickly. So now that it's done recovering all the files, all I have to do is simply click the X mark, and I'm just gonna say yes because I don't care about any of the other files. All I care about is this folder right here, which has all of my files that I lost in it. And there it is. So like I said, when I'm doing a house, I'm typically shooting in multiple exposures. For this house, I shot in 3 exposures, but a lot of times I shoot in 5 exposures, bracket it. And yeah, so it's not uncommon for me to have, 4 to 5 gigs of data. So it's really crucial when you lose a house like this. It's a pain in the neck. And the last thing I want to do is call an agent up and say, hey, I accidentally deleted the files. They don't want to hear that. They need their files the next day. So this program definitely bailed me out. And now I can just go ahead and start editing these. Again, already fixed that shoot I lost all this data on, but this can be applied for videos. This can be applied for almost anything. So it's definitely a useful utility. If you don't have a recovery solution, I would highly recommend checking one of these out. I'll leave the link in the description below for Recoverit. I know it's going to be a permanent fixture on my MacBook and my Windows PC. But anyways, guys, just a video on something a little bit different. No, it's not a Mavic Mini, but hey, if you lose your Mavic Mini footage, now you can recover it. As always, guys, stay original.